What's up, everybody? This is Thegoal60 here for Monday, June the 4th, 2018. So yesterday, as you know, we did have the 2 C bets, and we did split those going 1 and 1. And today we actually start off with one new series because there just really isn't that much baseball going on. There's only 3 actual scheduled series starting off today and 1 doubleheader. So just to recap, yesterday we did have the 2 C bets. We did go 1 and 1 with the Blue Jays winning yesterday 8-4. They were at one time up 8-1 and just kind of let three scores happen. I believe in the 7th or 8th inning, but then held on to get the 8-4 win. They were an underdog yesterday, then they were the most expensive underdog that we had of the 2. They were on the run line at -189, but they did come out and get the outright win for us. Also, we had the Rockies, who came out, was leading most of the game, and they ended up late in the game, I think around the 7th inning, gave up the lead by 1 run. It was 7-6. They actually fought back, tied it up in the 8th, 7-7, and then gave up 3 runs in the 9th to lose 10-7. So a heartbreaker there. It slipped out of our hands right. We were in the game. We were leading the game. We were still in the game. And then right at the end, we give up 3 runs on some errors and end up losing by 3 runs. So that kicked us out of that C bet. Really disappointing there. But we move on to today, where we have 3 series starting up and 1 official play. There's just not that much baseball starting today. And I think that's mainly because of last Monday being Memorial Day when everybody played. And as you know, if you look at the schedules, a lot of teams travel on Mondays. You kind of either get Monday or Thursday off, and there are 0 4-game series starting up this early part of the week. So it's all 3-game series, and there's just not that much baseball to pick from. So when I went through everything, we did have 1 potential revenge play, but the RPI was just so low that it didn't qualify, and then 1 unofficial play on the RPI system. The first one I'll talk about is the official play, and it is Atlanta at the Padres. Now, Atlanta, it just now slipped out of the top 3 in RPI, but they're still .537 versus the Padres .484. So you look at the price on Atlanta, and this is a coin flip game. This is -101 on Atlanta. There is, you may get a little bit better price in some places. You may get an even price or +101, maybe even 102. But right now, what I see is a -101, and that's what we're going to go with right on the fringe of it not being an official play. I mean, it's right there at a coin flip, but you have to have that line drawn in the sand somewhere. And that is the case with the next game, which is Arizona at San Francisco. Arizona is .517, while the Giants are .506. Now, you look at Arizona, obviously, and it's in the same situation, but just a little too far outside of the range. And what I mean by that is they're +101, +102, and it's at some point, like I said, you've got to draw a line, and that's just where I've kind of felt comfortable with drawing the line at. So you would look at the run line price, and it's just way too expensive. It's -216. Now, those kind of things, you may feel comfortable with taking the Diamondbacks today, and if you do, obviously I would think that you'd probably look at taking the value and just taking the money line, just simply because of the price and the risk. But this is one of those things, I've done this before, and you guys know this from previous videos. If the value's more on one side, maybe take it that time as a yes, you're risking. Obviously, if you're not taking the run line, you've got to win the game outright on the money line. But at the same time, is it worth -200 or above when you can just take the risk of the money line and try to get the outright win? It's just kind of one of those things. It's all up to you and all up to what you're comfortable with. And then last, we had a potential revenge play with Kansas City, but they're in the bottom 3 of the RPI, so obviously that automatically eliminates them no matter what their RPI is. But if you look at their .449 versus the Angels' .517, it really, enforces that would not be a play. But if it had, you would have looked at the Royals on the run line at -129. Now, I will say that, the revenge system has been very good to us this year. Unofficial and official plays have went undefeated, but this is just one of those games that kind of scares you. You know, you're looking at a Kansas City Royals team that's just up and down. They come out, they play lights out some nights, but for the most part, they just are bad. They're just not a really good team. They start falling apart in the middle of the games. They start, you know, making errors, and it's just like one thing after another. So it's really risky there. The Angels are kind of an up and down team as well, but they're a little more consistent than the Royals are. And so if you take that, you know, tread lightly. Don't make too big a mistake on it or something like that. But at the same time, I would understand, just simply because the revenge system has been so good this year, that you would look into taking that. That is all three of the series starting up today. We also have a doubleheader start today between the Yankees and the Tigers. Both of those teams were supposed to be off today. Both of them had obviously a gap, so they are going to try and get these two games in. The first one is around noon Central Time. The next one is around 6 o'clock, so there is a little bit of gap there. So what we will do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to look at who wins that first game, and I'm going to look at the loser of that first game and what the price is on the second game. And if it's reasonable, if the money line's minus 150 or the run line is minus 150 or below, I will look at taking that. I went over that data I believe it was last Friday, maybe a little bit before then, in one of the videos, where this year just taking the loser in the second game, or the loser from the first game, betting them in the second game, you are 9-3 straight up on the money line, just blindly betting. If you did a few of the, maybe filters on it, like if you took run lines on dogs, you moved up to 10-2. And if you took our parameters from the systems that I run, where it's minus 150 or below, and taking the run line on dogs, you were 7-0. So let's keep that streak going, that trend, and hopefully we get those prices that we like in this doubleheader today. Either way, thanks for watching this video, and good luck today, and I will see you tomorrow morning.
60% of the time, it works every time.